Hey, how's it going out there? This is Two Birds, One Show. I'm DeeTer. That's my buddy Ricky.
Yo.
And tonight we have a full house here. So we got Greg. How's it going, Greg? Got
up,
Matt, Big Joe, and brother Daryl. So how's it going,
Welcome,
guys?
everybody.
What's up, man?
And
How's everyone?
anybody watching the show, so we talk about sports and craft beer, and we usually we'll start off with some beer talk. For the guests that don't drink, just bear with us. So any of the guests drinking tonight?
An old-fashioned water bottle, like I always do.
Water?
Yep.
What you got, Daryl? What
Yep.
are you drinking tonight?
It's called schnitzel muffin. It's like an infused pork and beans. It's actually pretty good.
What? Wow. What?
No. I'm just kidding. It's a Troganator.
Nice.
Double
Nice.
Bach.
Oh, hell yeah, man.
But it's got a little bit of pork and beans in it. Joe, I had this one here for you, buddy.
There we go.
See that?
That's good. That's me.
Yeah, I thought of you on that one.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's good.
So I'm going to have this one second.
Sweet.
But
Very nice.
yeah, the beans are really roasted in this.
That's good.
Maddie, you got anything? Yeah.
Just soda. Sorry.
Okay. Greg, what are you drinking tonight, buddy?
You know me, I always do the Slater. Got the Down East
Slater.
today, and
Down
a
East.
little bit of a Delta.
Oh, is that
Nice.
Is that the pink lemonade? Oh, wow.
Yes,
Nice.
sir.
Well played, sir.
Well
Thank
played. What are you going with tonight, Ricky?
I got tonight. I know I usually do Treehouse, but I got something from RAR. Remember them? Real
yeah.
Al Revival down in Maryland.
Okay.
So
I haven't heard anything from them in a while, man.
me neither. And their stuff was pretty fucking basic for a long time. I never really, but I think they hired the old head brewer for corporate ladder brewery.
Okay.
And they're putting out some fucking haze, dude. Like you wouldn't believe, dude. I had
Yeah, man.
I had a 10.3% one last night. It was fucking phenomenal. So their haze game's back on. So expect to see them a lot in the haze game.
Wait, 10%
Okay.
alcohol?
Yeah.
That's badass.
I think this one's about 8.1.
Nice. So I went with a Jersey beer. You always try to promote Jersey beer. I'll go with heavy real.
Nice.
Heavy Real Brewery. And then it's Hop Chovies.
Movies? Nice.
Yeah, and that's the name of the hop. It's got that Vic Secret, Citra, and Strata.
Nice.
And dude, great combination.
It sounds like it.
I didn't know Hop Chovy or Chovies was anchovies was a name of the hop. I was like, well, that's interesting. But yeah, nice light 7% IPA, man. Pretty tasty.
Nice. And shout out to Off Script Brewing. They the head brewer there sent me out a beer from theirs last week, and they sent me out another one from Colorado that focused on the anchovy hop. It was pretty good. I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, nice little sweetness dank to it, man. It's pretty good. All right, well, let's hop with some sports. We got the Flyers going on right now. They're losing to the Islanders 3-0, and they got smoked last night, right?
Yep.
To
It's as I was saying to Greg the other day, we were talking. I feel like every time they take a step forward, they take 2 steps back, and it's felt like that for 3 years now.
Yeah.
I think a couple of years ago they were, if I recall, they were doing pretty good. They were expected to have a lot expectations that season, and they just tanked. If I recall, that might be even further back. I don't know, 2-3 years ago.
Last
maybe?
season.
I don't know. Was it last season?
Well, yeah, last season they held a
man.
playoff spot all year, and then the last month of the season, it's like the team fucking quit on the guy because he started playing mind games with them. They quit on him, and they lost a spot after having a spot 95% of the year. In the last month of the season, they missed by 1 point, and that's why I don't understand why. I don't know why he's still here. It's like they're on a treadmill. I don't see any improvement.
Yeah, I was really hoping for a little bit more this year, man, but I just don't think Torch is a guy, man. Like,
I took a look at the records today, talking to Rick, and they are at 23, 23, and 6. Last season, they were 27, 19, and 6. So they're 4 games under 500 now. And there's barely a fight in this team when you look at it.
You're talking about, like you said, from last year, at this time last year, they have, 10 to 12 less points than they did last year. And that doesn't seem like much, but that's the difference between out of the playoffs and in it. I mean, right now, they're in like the 12th spot. They're out of the playoffs. At least last year, that probably puts you around the 6 or 5 seed.
Yeah, because the Devils are 64 points, so you put them 12 points on, you're right where the Devils are at right number 3. Right
So is it too early to say Mitchkov's a bust?
No, definitely not. I think if you get a legit head coach in here that can foster that kind of talent, I mean, I think this kid has a chance to be, a top 10 forward in this league. And he's shown it already this year. You got the fucking batshit crazy John Tortorella who got the bright idea. Hey, let me bench the kid. He just scored 8 points in 7 games. Let me bench him for 3 games to mind fuck him. Like, I don't get it. Why? Someone make me understand. And then he went on a pointless streak for like 8 games because he's probably thinking, what's going on with this? What do I got to do to keep a spot in the lineup?
I hate that about him. He just loves the piss play, loves to bench people. I hate it.
I can't stand it.
Well, I will say in the past we did put a lot of stock in our rookies, and it didn't play it out too well, man. And I feel like Mitchkov does have some talent, man. I just think it's the coaching that messed him up, man.
He's the wrong coach for this team, and he's the wrong coach for that guy. And for it to be this abundantly clear to so many people, but not guys like Danny Barrera and in the front office, like, dude, have some fucking marbles, dude. Fire this guy. You should have fired him at the end of the year when they quit on the team and you missed a playoff spot after being in a spot for 95% of the year. That should have been clue number 1. Boom. You had Craig Berube out there who was available, a perfect fit, former Flyer. The fans love him. He won a cup as a head coach in St. Louis just about 4 or 5 years ago, so he's a great coach, and you flubbed, and he ends up going to Toronto, and now Toronto's playing really good hockey, and we're still running on the same fucking treadmill. I don't get it.
Yeah, hello there.
I mean, Maybe Goche.
Yeah, I think we're on the Giants' plan. The Giants kept Dable.
Yeah, right, and that GM,
who hasn't slept in a year.
Oh my God!
Whoever that was, it was the owner that said that. I don't know who said that. He couldn't sleep if Saquon went to Philly.
Yeah, the Flyers are following the Giants. Let's just keep a bad coach.
Right. No, I don't get it. And in the NHL where they fire coaches like it's dealing playing cards. I mean, how he still has a job. They fired Montgomery up in Boston earlier this year. The guy has a top 3 points in the last 3 or 4 years in the NHL. And I'm like, dude, fire Torts now and bring him in right now. He ended up getting a job quick because other front offices realized, when they see that, not the Flyers.
Now, you think if nothing happens, man, he's definitely getting fired after this year?
I would have thought the same had happened the last year. Who knows? I don't know anymore. I don't know what's going on over there.
Philly franchise. I don't know what the hell is going on. From 1 minute to the next, we're hiring people. What's that, Matt?
I love him.
Who does?
What's that, Matt?
I said for whatever reason, Jones and Briere love Tortsy. They love.
Yeah, and I don't get it. And I remember when they were hiring Jonesy and Briere. Now listen, I love them as players, but everybody was like all excited. Oh, yeah, they're going to be so much different. They're ahead of the game. I'm like, man, this is the same shit this is why you haven't won a cup in 50 years, because it's the same old bullshit, piss poor decision making that you've had.
Yeah, it's been 50
I don't get it.
Crap. Damn, I can't. That is, you're crazy. That's 50 years.
I still think Gautier's here if Torts isn't here.
You're exactly right. And Greg, I said that to you the other day. He's a top 5 pick. Said I ain't coming there because I ain't playing with Torts. Like, that should have been the fucking signal number 1 to Briere and Jones. Like, listen, we got top 5 picks. Don't want to play here. Just get the fucking guy out of here. He hasn't won a cup in 25 years. It's not like listen. You had 2 other opportunities for 2 better coaches. What are you doing over there, guys?
Wow. Yeah, dude,
I don't get it.
That, man. Yeah, that's
the definition of insanity.
Oh, 25 years, he hasn't done nothing, and then our top players don't want to play for us. That's bad news, man.
Nobody wants to play for him now. I mean, the team quit. Yeah. Can a team quit on you, and can you ever really get them back? I mean, really? I don't think you can.
That's hard to say. I don't think so.
I'd never quit a job and be like, I'm gonna go back. Like, I quit for a reason,
Yeah, I think that mutual trust and respect is gone at that point.
Amen.
That's really hard to get somebody back, man.
That's a great point.
I don't think they need Embiid.
Oh,
No,
Sixers?
140.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Well, that's
he-
another. Go to the Sixers. All right. What they won four of the last games.
And does anybody else see what I'm seeing? So Embiid goes down, and it's kind of looking like, hey, maybe the smart thing, sit him the rest of the year, get him totally healthy so his trade value is at its highest. And let's get a top 5 pick, because if the 76ers, the way it's stipulated, if their pick is outside the top 6, they don't get a first-round pick. So it's like, listen, you guys Paul George is always hurt for some reason. Embiid wants to miss. He wants to get traded. Tank and get a top 5 pick, and then whatever return you get, and make kind of a minor rebuild around Maxime McCain. But instead they're like, nah, let's go win a bunch of games. And so we don't get a first round pick at all. Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But it's nice to see the team be able to play without their 2 top players. You know what I mean? Like, it just goes to show you we don't need those dudes. You know what I mean? Like,
Peter, I'm going to be honest with you. Embiid is just done. He's cooked. He should have gotten rid of him about 3 seasons ago. You know, when it comes down to it, you had he was pretty much at the optimal trade level that you were going to get for him, and you shit the bed on that one.
Yep.
You have no history of doing the right thing. You should have done the right thing then and there.
When he won that MVP, we should have dumped him. Boom. His value.
Well,
Exactly. Yep.
his trade value was at its highest.
Mm-hmm.
that's a good point.
There you go. That's even right there.
when he's healthy, he's got games where he's getting close to like 40 points, but that's just mostly him playing, man. He's not really good with the team, man.
He seems like anymore too. It's weird. He's lazy. Like, he just got a major contract to sign at the end of the year. I mean, he's getting like $60 million a year, and he don't want to play. It's like, dude, don't be that typical diva, you know?
Simmons disease, isn't he?
Yeah, right.
Oh,
Seriously.
Yeah. Wow.
That stat.
Good call.
Did you see that
Good
stat?
call.
He's played 440 games and missed 400.
Yeah. And bro, did you see what those games he missed? What he averaged? Something like 160 million on games he missed. I'm like, what is going on?
It's insane, man.
That's why the NBA is a dying product, man. Their ratings are plummeting. Guys are making more than they've ever made and playing less than they've ever made. That's a recipe for disaster for any business.
Yeah, what's with the back-to-back? Nobody plays back-to-backs anymore.
You know what I mean? What the fuck? It's basketball. You guys aren't shoveling coal and shit. Like, get in there and play. You're playing a kid's game.
Oh, damn. Well, yeah, man, like, look at Tobias, man. Tobias is raking in the money, and he ain't
Guess who's he's having a better season then?
Yeah, they're having a better season than us. That's insane.
Then Paul George, though. You let him go, and then you sign Paul George, and he don't want to play. He got the paycheck. He's like, I'm clocking out.
I hate basketball, man.
I know it's getting inmates are running the asylum over there.
I thought about it.
I could play basketball now. It's so pathetic.
We just gave Embiid a contract, so there's nothing we could do about it, right? We got
not unless you can trade him. Hopefully, that's why I think they were like, let's get him healthy, let him sit the whole season. That way, maybe we can get something for him.
I was thinking about an idea. Rick, I talked to you earlier about this. How about making a slam dunk 4 points now, so that way we get big men?
Greg. That's a good point, dude. I mean, because everybody now just wants to shoot three. Listen, that's a good point, man. I didn't even think of that till you said it. I'm like, wow, that's not a bad idea. And how about this? How about relegation? How about bringing that over to American sports?
Yes,
North American sports needs relegation. It works in Europe, especially with football or soccer over there. They live and breathe on that. You know, you can go from worst to first in a season over there. Quite literally, you get promoted and you're challenging for the title in most leagues.
I think it's a matter of time, dude. I think it has to happen.
Definitely a basketball, man, because like you said, they're
lazy
running these style, man. The players
and listen,
whatever they want, man.
Right, and they're going to get locked down the next labor agreement. The owners are going to say, listen, you got to reduce salaries on a major level, and a lot of the salaries are going to have to be incentive laden, with a lot of the incentive being winning, because these guys get paid and they're like, fucking, I'm done, I'm good, I'm gonna go to a titty bar, I'm gonna go sit on the beach and just drink whatever. I don't know what you're doing, but man, they get this money and they're just like, all right, I'm good.
They really are.
Yep.
Basketball's out of control with that. Not even football. I mean, football are getting mad money, some of these guys, but they're still out there playing hard.
Yeah.
You don't have time to play float around on the field like you would on the court in basketball.
No.
Did anybody watch the Pro Bowl stats?
I watched a little bit of it.
Oh my
I'll
god,
watch
dude.
it
It is what it is.
I recorded
It's so bad. Like
it's sad, man.
it's the worst like sports all-star like thing out there. Like
I wish they would do the Pro Bowl. I know they're worried about injury, but just play soft.
Dude, come on,
Dude,
man.
you're
In the
getting
80s
money.
and
You
90s,
get
they
bonuses to
practically-
play that, dude. Like, and then all we're doing is watching these guys doing relay races
But
and
this
playing
one-
dodgeball.
But that's
Like, what the
cracks me
hell
up.
is
Like,
that, dude?
they say we don't want them to get hurt, right? But they're going to run around on these stupid
Right.
drills and
Right.
stuff that mean nothing, and they get hurt there.
Well,
Why are you
hands-free
gonna do
doing
They're
that.
playing handball or whatever the hell it is they're playing. It's like, get out of here, man. Dodgeball. Like, seriously? Get out
Good
of here,
point.
bitch. You know what I mean? And they still
Why
get
don't,
hurt
why
there
don't
too.
they put
blow
the
out of
Pro
games.
Bowl? Why don't they put the Pro Bowl in front of the Super Bowl? Like I don't understand. The Pro Bowl has its own week. Just put the Pro Bowl in front of the Super Bowl.
Well, on the same day before it?
I mean, that would make sense. It's all
That's not a bad
pre-recorded.
idea.
Yeah,
That's
because
not
you're
a bad
waiting all
idea
day,
at all.
Yeah. I got to agree with that one. That's a pretty good one.
And they can come to the Super Bowl. If you're elected to the Pro Bowl, you should be at the Super Bowl.
And your TV ratings would probably be really fucking good. I mean, listen, as
Yeah,
much as
right.
I love the Puppy Bowl, I would watch the Pro
Yeah,
Bowl before
absolutely.
the Super Bowl. You know,
And you already got the people out there too. You know what I mean? Like the
Yeah.
people are paying for it. So hey, I mean it makes sense.
I would watch
it's
it.
just
I
like
would
a
watch
day-
that before. Yeah, if you play it
great
early.
idea.
A day before it or something like that. You make a weekend of it. That makes a hell of a lot more sense.
And
Then
why is
whatever
the
the hell
Super
this
Bowl not
is.
on Saturday yet? Why are we still living in the old era? Everybody's got work Monday. Everybody calls out of work Monday after the Super Bowl. Just put it on fucking Saturday. You're already off the week before.
And
Yeah, man, absolutely.
I think
Should be
it's
a
weird that they
national
put
holiday.
Seriously.
the college football championship was on a Monday. I mean that's weird too, man. Who the hell? I mean, you're gonna stay up and watch that. I mean,
Yeah,
I
that's a
don't
good
know.
point too. I don't know. It's just stupid. Like I said, man, with NFL players, it's like they're not. I don't call them athletes anymore. Pretty much in any sport, they're not athletes. They are assets to businesses. That's what they are.
Investments.
Yeah, investments.
Literally
Yeah.
what they are, man. You
Entertainers,
can't go play
entertainers.
basketball with your cousin because you might get hurt. Get out of here. You can make them play dodgeball in the stupid
Right.
Pro Bowl games. Get out of here.
Listen, that dodgeball
I
is
agree.
sanctioned, so it's okay.
All I do is hear that red ball ding, that unique sound that it's got. That's all I think about with dodgeball. I think everybody does at our age group, whatever.
Dip, dodge,
Yeah,
duck,
the pain,
and
yeah.
dodge.
Yeah, man. Jeez.
But the Pro Bowl games, I think it's just like flag football now, right? They don't even do a real
well,
game.
and it's a bunch of weird skills challenges.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the big ending is the flag
Yeah.
football game. I mean, it's a shame because you look
Yep.
at the old playoff, the old Pro Bowl games, and you see guys getting plowed, and they're getting right back up and
Yeah,
playing.
guys wanted to win.
And those guys are bigger now than they
That's
ever
right.
were. And these guys are,
Right.
I mean, I don't
Oh,
get
they're-
it, man.
Yeah.
Gotta agree, Joe.
Foles had like an amazing Pro Bowl game, right?
How
Did
y'all
he-
doing? Remember when he won the MVP of the Pro Bowl? He got on the mic. How's everybody doing?
Man, that was what 2013 was that?
How's
God damn.
everybody doing?
Yeah, Chip Kelly
Yeah.
ruined his career.
Yeah,
He should
put
have
his,
been in prison for murder the way he
How
murdered
about that
team.
comment?
Which one?
How
With
about
Brady?
that comment to Brady when Foles was sitting there,
Oh,
Yeah, that
and
was great.
Nance next to him goes, "Hey, yeah, you heard of Foles?"
Yeah.
And Brady's like, he didn't even want to answer it.
No, everybody in Philly was loving it. We
Yeah, I
finally had
heard
our moment. Yep, finally
Oh,
had our
dude, that
moment.
was a classic moment there.
That's
and
all I
then
needed
Brady's
that
like,
game.
"Nah, it's not. I don't like the guy." He's like trying
Okay.
to cover.
Yeah,
Well,
but he
here's
won't
the-
shake his hand.
Interesting fact:
Yep.
we actually got a chance.
But see,
to break
that's Philadelphia, man.
2-3 straight.
That's totally Philadelphia.
Say that again. We have a chance for what?
Totally Philadelphia,
to
man.
break
Only
three.
we have the
I
story.
mean,
of,
two
we get the story of
three-peats.
Foles.
Oh yeah, you're right. There's that, but also if we win, we will have beaten 2 of the arguably best quarterbacks to ever play the game. On top of it,
Yep.
Yeah.
so we got a
Exactly,
chance to
yep.
make history here. We're usually on the wrong side of history, but we got a chance.
Well, and you know what's cool too. And listen, I'm not totally big into it. Some people are, but just for fun. If anybody's looking for a sign or you're into numerology, on February 9th, that's Saquon Barkley's birthday and Cooper DeJean's birthday. If you add their 2 jersey numbers together,
No
it's
way.
59. Super Bowl 59 is what we're playing in. Hey, I'll take it. You know.
That's weird, man.
Wow, dude.
But just
Dude,
think about that. Now,
that's
if we
awesome.
win, that's going to make me hate Sirianni more than ever. Saquon should have been on that field the last game. They should have said, you got 1 quarter. 1 quarter. You don't break it, you're out. Unless you're at 99 yards, you're out. Okay? That's that whole, I don't want to get hurt stuff. Man, you don't dream as a
He gets
kid
hurt.
to be in the football league and not break records. You have a legacy you would like to have if you're a child, wanting to be on that
He gets hurt.
playground, catching the big catch, making
I'll
the big
tell-
run.
I'm
You want to
gonna-
be famous, you know.
I'm going to counter you on that one only because I think they did the smart thing this year because they didn't realize what they had when he came in. So, like next year, I think they're just going to right out the gate, just go for it.
Yeah, because
Let
didn't
him get
Terrell
it.
Davis rush for 2,000 yards in back-to-back seasons in the 90s?
Something like that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was.
So
Yeah,
it is doable. And I think maybe
Especially
next
this-
year, if you're presented that, I think they probably like, all right, fuck it, let them go for it.
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause our
especially with this
offensive
front
lines.
line.
Yeah, as long as our offensive line stays intact and, you know, God forbid we don't have any injuries and stuff and they stay healthy, man, I mean, you could be right. I don't know, man.
You could
He's
play
not
it without
100
playing
yards
all the
away. He
starters.
could have farted
You-
100 yards, man.
He
You got to
needs
play
more-
all the starters if you're going to play them. That's the
Wow.
bottom line.
Good
dude.
point.
And, like,
Good
you know,
point.
it's better than the rest of the starters and have us win the NFC Championship. You know what I mean? Like,
And
come
he's
on,
only
dude.
got to
Plus,
get
though, that's the
40 to
problem.
get the record for the season, like total yards in a season. You know, you're looking at
Yeah.
he's going to break 2,500 if he gets
Yeah.
40 yards. Like,
Yeah, I mean, that's still impressive. I mean, it
Yeah.
is.
Well,
I mean, I'm not
he's
gonna
about
deny that.
he's about to break Terrell Davis's overall
that's what I'm
total
talking about,
yardage for
yeah.
one season
Yeah.
in this game because he only needs like 40 yards.
yeah, so I was saying it's doable, very
You,
doable.
you know what
especially with
I
this
also
offense.
thought was kind of synchronicity and serendipity or whatever you want to call it this year is in the playoffs. Each team we've beaten so far, it's the second time we've beaten them, and now I know it's not going to be us beating Kansas City twice, but if we win on Super Bowl Sunday, we'll have won in the New Orleans Superdome twice this year because we went down there and beat the Saints earlier in the year.
Yeah.
Very good point,
Good
man.
point.
Good point.
So if anybody believes in synchronicity, listen, put your money on the Eagles.
Oh, man, that's a sucker's bet for the Super Bowl. I'm telling you.
That's a pickle. That's a pickle. I would take that all day. I would take that all day.
Yeah.
Pick them up, pick the Eagles, you know?
I'm taking the Eagles to win the Super Bowl 10 times out of 10 this year. I don't think Kansas City's ready for what's about to hit them. I really don't. I'm watching it every fucking video I'm seeing there. Oh, 3P, we're going to keep doing a Pro Bowl glide and sniffing yourself because I'll tell you what, you're about that Frankenstein coming in and punch you right in the mouth because Jalen Carter, the bread man's coming in to finish the deal.
That's what I think. Our defensive line is definitely better than their offensive
Oh,
line.
we're so good on the trenches.
Now, the thing is, my son's a huge Mahomes fan, okay? My young son, right? So I've watched all the Chiefs games. So I can tell you, the one thing I'm concerned about is both of our defensive coordinators is going to be a chess match because they're both really good. They
Yeah.
don't have as much talent as us, but if they can neutralize our front four, I think we're in a little bit of trouble there.
I'll tell you what.
Run Barkley. We got to run Barkley to the outside. You're not going to run up the middle on Chris Jones. It simply isn't going to work.
Well, I'll tell you this though, the one hallmark of this Eagles team, and if you see all year that I love, and this is every single team they played, they're so big and so dominant, and they lean on you all game. You see the mid third quarter, the other team, they got the hands on the hips, the hands on the knees. Dude, these guys are so big. They're wearing teams. That's why Saquon Barkley averaged 7.5 yards a carry in the second half of games this year. They just wear guys down.
I agree. That I agree.
I will say with Joe, man, he does pretty good on the outside, though, man. He does get a little bit of extra yardage going down the middle.
Every big thing he's broken was to the outside. And I just hope they keep that in mind and they don't realize that, until late in the game. They need to do it early. But I think last game we talked about getting Hurts in a rhythm early, and they did exactly that. That helped. And I think that's going to be important. It's more important than ever in the Super Bowl because if we ain't getting it on the ground, we're going to have to hit him with Brown because Brown will catch anything in his gravitational pull, period. So you got to get him and Smith going.
And these guys want it, man. You know what I mean? They want it after being here last time and losing. These
They're
guys
both hungry. I mean,
yeah, man.
It's really going to be interesting.
I think it's going to be a great. I really do. I know I say this a lot. I do think it's going to be a fist fight in a phone booth. I do, and I think it's going to be an all timer. And I think the Eagles pulled out. I think it's probably within a 1-score game. But I think it's going to be a classic, and I think the Eagles win this heavyweight fight. I do. I just think they're a better puncher. Listen, Kansas City has no idea what they're about to get hit with. They have no idea. They haven't seen anything like this year. Think about every stat against the Eagle in every game they're going in. Every single stat. The Eagles went in and just outpunched. They had 3 losses. 2 of them, if 2 of our players make a catch in the last second, it's a 16-1 team this year. Or actually, right now, 19-1 team.
Yeah, Barkley and Smith, they both dropped that ball. Barkley never looked back after he dropped that ball. He just was like, I'm never going to ever make a mistake.
Yeah, it's almost a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, I agree.
And dude, if he would have caught that, that's some more yardage. And in the Green Bay game, if he would have said, hey, let the young guys eat, he would have some more yardage there. There's plenty of opportunity. If you really want to break that record this year,
he could have. Under 100. One of them, he only had 47 yards. And then it was like 85 and I think 90 or something like that. So he had 3 games under 100. If you just tack on 33 yards in each game, boom, he's got the record. Yeah. And that's 1 run for him.
But I just don't think he was really worried about breaking the record, man. I think
he just
coming from the Giants, always losing. He wants to win it all, man. And like for him to be a NFC champion, I mean, come on, man, dude. You weren't doing that with the Giants. You weren't doing that with the Giants.
You could see it. He wants it bad. I mean, it's almost just like, give me the ball. I mean, it's just like how I feel when he's on the field. I just feel like he's looking at the coach like, just give me the ball. I got this. It's almost like Jordan, you know?
But him being better actually makes Gainwell being better too, man. Gainwell was doing really good this year.
And how about Will Shipley the other day? I mean, that guy had a monster game. There's one player in NFL history to have, I think it was like something like 70 total yards rushing and a forced fumble on special teams in the playoffs. And that's Will Shipley. Quietly. He's the 3rd string running back.
No kidding. Gainwell's got some good, just straight up speed, And,
I like Kenny G.
Yeah, he's not great for, moving around like Barkley does, hitting holes and just stopping on a dime, but
definitely not as durable.
Yeah, he could get the job done, man.
How you feel about the situation there, Maddie? Haven't heard from you a little bit. Give us something. What you got going on? You feel?
Yeah, I agree. It's going to come down. It's probably going to come down to like 1 point. And Mahomes is just—he's so good, and he's going to rip up our defense. Like I really do. I don't think our defense is going to be able to stop the Chiefs' offense. I mean,
you're crazy, dude. No way.
Who's going to cover Kelsey? Who's going to cover Worthy? Who's going to check out of the back?
Pacheco sucks, dude. I've watched every game of the Chiefs this year. Trust me.
Mahomes just happen, man. Like you can't stop Mahomes. Anybody stop? You can't stop the guy, man.
Yeah, but Worthy
we got to outscore him. That's what we got to do.
I agree, but Worthy's not a good route runner.
In Super Bowl, when we outscored Brady, you got to outscore Mahomes. You just got to score every possession. No punts. No punts.
I agree.
If it's 4th and 3, you got to go for it. It's 4th and 4. We're going for it. We're not punting. You got to go.
Or get field goals. Every point matters.
Yep.
As soon as you start punting or kicking field goals, you're going to lose. I'm telling you.
I will say the one thing that does make me feel a little better though is that and you're right. Pat Mahomes, I know Brady's got all the numbers, but Pat Mahomes might end up being the best quarterback ever. He's on that path. But I'll say this with a somewhat lesser team 2 years ago, this Eagles team barely lost to them by 3 points in a game where, of course, the rest were doing their thing and helping them. And the Eagles if Jalen Hurts doesn't make that one fumble, the Eagles probably win that game. And this Eagles team is light years better than that 2022 team. I feel like they're so much better than the 20. And I feel like that Chiefs team now is not quite as good as their 2022.
It's the weakest of their Super Bowl teams, in my opinion.
Remember, the players are slipping all over the place. Our pass rush.
That was awful. Yeah, but they had the same. To be fair, they had the same problem, but it really hurt us more.
Our defense, our front 4 was really good, and it neutralized our front 4.
They killed us.
We couldn't touch him. The guy had all day to throw. We couldn't get to him.
Even with a bad ankle. I mean, you're right. He is a machine back there, and he'll make things happen. I just think You know, he got sacked 40 times this year, which is the most he's ever been sacked.
Yeah.
I've watched all those games, like I said, because of my son, and I can tell you that offensive line is weak.
I agree.
These front four are going to wear them the hell out.
I agree. Great fucking point.
God.
We're
got a
these
comment here.
fast and all that, but he cannot
Go
run around.
Chiefs. Luigi's right.
Who's that? Get him off the feed. Man, get him out of here.
Oh, ref's got to make sure we win.
Hey, I'll tell you this though, the Eagles been beating the refs all year. The refs, there's a few games I'm watching. I'm like, the fix is in. The Eagles still win.
Yeah.
Well, back to Drew's earlier point, I'm with you about. I would have gone for the record. Also, I would have gone for it. You know, that record's been around. It's been around for 40 years. You got a chance to take down. A really.
You're against the terrible Giants defense. I mean, one quarter he could have done it.
He's on record having over 2,000 yards, right? I mean, he was he ranked number 9 or something like that?
Yeah. Eighth.
I mean, dude,
eighth or ninth,
I mean, that's awesome numbers right there.
And
now he's got fucking NFC Championship underneath his belt.
Dude, you don't settle for something. What's the matter with you?
Like,
you're soft. Come on, man.
When he was only 100 yards away, you're playing the Giants.
I know.
You would have had it before.
You can't live in the past, guys. You can't live in the past, man. We got to win the Super Bowl, and all that's just
the only question I have is though, what if he does go for it and gets hurt? Are we playing in the Super Bowl right now? Probably not.
What if he?
So it's a matter of is it worth it? I don't know.
Now that's a big question there too.
Come on, man.
Do you think Barkley should be MVP? Because do you think he made that much of a difference?
But they always give it to quarterbacks.
Yeah,
I know, but do you think it made that much of a difference as to your having Barkley?
Absolutely, it made us 100 times better than.
It was the missing link. It's the reason why we're going to win the Super Bowl this year, and we didn't win it in 2022. He was the missing link.
I got news for you. My buddy brought up something good the other day. He said Barkley reminds me of Denver picking up
Terrell Davis.
Yep, that was the missing link for them. And I was like, that's a really good point.
You're great. It's a great point because remember Johnny Elway couldn't get it done. He had the good receivers, good offense, but never had that stud running back. Well, the same with Jalen Hurts, and now he's got him. And I think Saquon's going to be the difference as compared to this year and to 2022. I think he was the missing link.
I agree. Oh, we scared the Luigi.
No, he said just messing around. How you feel about that? How you feel about that, Daryl? Haven't heard from you a little bit.
Yeah, really.
MVP, do you think you should get it? Daryl?
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. MVP all the way. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you look at Josh Allen's schedule. I mean, I hate to say this because everybody likes to say that, but if you
MVP.
really look at Allen's,
no doubt about it.
Yeah, Allen's good and all that. He really is, and I love him off the field, but his schedule was very soft this year. When you look at it from the beginning of the year, I'm not talking about things how they transpire. He had 4, maybe 5 arguable games on that schedule that were tough. Okay. He's great. No, like I said, I'm not going to take that away, but he's not what people think. Lamar probably has the most legitimate shot, maybe Burrow, but only because he has a lousy record. I don't think he has a shot. Barkley is truly, if you're going to tell me MVP, most valuable, okay, the value he brought to the team,
I agree,
better than Lamar or Allen. And
he as Barkley should win it in a runaway landslide. It's that much, and you're right, and he should. And unfortunately, they always give it to a fucking quarterback.
Here's how you know. Last week at the game, the Eagles, the announcers, nobody talked about MVP that much. As soon as the Bills game came on, it was a battle of the MVP candidates. That's what we kept saying, and I'm like, oh, there you go. It's skewed. I mean, we all knew that, but I was like, it's so blatant now, it's ridiculous.
Truth.
You know what else I noticed too? Check this out. I think the league, TV stations, CBS, all of them are trolling the fans now. Here's why. They're all making a stink about the refs with the Chiefs. Okay. What does that do? It stirs up controversy and it gets people viewing the game. What do you think?
What's the number one rule of media? There is no bad publicity. Good publicity and bad publicity are all good publicity. And you're absolutely right, dude. I think you're right on. Yeah. And I think you're going to see more of that. You're right. That was a great way you put it, is trolling them. Especially now in the day and age we live with social media. You know they're going to be trolling the shit out of people. And Yeah, listen, I'm not saying the league's ever fixed or swayed, but it is an entertainment entity and not a sports entity.
That Chiefs-Bills game was crazy. Josh
Dude,
Allen
you got
had the
first down
ball
twice on the same drive, and they kept on me short. I don't get it. They
pointing out fucking interference why he was throwing the ball because the guy was like grabbing the receiver, and you're gonna tell me the ref didn't see that? I mean, that's insane.
And DeeTer, anybody listening or even us guys, keep spreading the word. Keep talking about the league helping because they need to be put on spotlight and put on blast. So that way, at least maybe we have some kind of fair fucking calls going on in this game. Because even listen, when you got national guys during a playoff game like Troy Aikman calling it out and saying this is a disgrace. I mean, listen.
I'm telling you, NFL's doing it to get people. Everybody should.
I know.
No, man. Everyone's going to watch, and we're going to get 300 million fans in about a week and a half because everybody's going to want us to take down. This isn't David and Goliath. This is Goliath and Goliath, okay? These are two powerhouse teams. You've got the big guy on the hill that we need to knock over, and we are the big boulder coming for you.
It's the immovable object meets the irresistible force.
There you go. Bingo.
We had the number one defense this year, man. The number one.
Defense.
And number one in the playoffs.
I think defense won 80 or 75% of all Super Bowls, so you got to hope that stat stays on our side.
Well, like I said, I think it's a close game, but I truly believe I don't think Kansas City's ready for what's about to hit them. I don't. I think the Eagles are going to come in and punch them in the mouth.
Wasn't our
What's that, Matt?
2022? Weren't we one also that year?
Say that again.
Wasn't our defense ranked number one in 2022 also?
Yeah, the field was messed up.
I don't think they were number one.
I don't know number one, but they were really good. But the field was messed up. They showed like the cleats and the field.
We were number one in sacks that year. I don't know about overall defense, but the Eagles were number one in sacks.
It was something like 80.
The defense didn't do nothing that game though, man. For some reason,
they let the Chiefs line hold all game.
I'll tell you one thing I don't like about this game is I don't like that Kellen Moore's getting hired, probably going to get hired by the Saints and the Super Bowl. And the Super Bowl's in New Orleans. I just think it's a big distraction. And I think back to the 2022 Super Bowl, Gannon was getting hired by Arizona, and Super Bowl Arizona, another big distraction. And Gannon let us down in the second half. The defense, we had a 10-point lead at halftime, and the defense was non-existent in the second half. We didn't stop them one time, not even close.
That's a good point. That's a really good point, dude.
I'm hoping Moore doesn't let us down with the offense this year. Hopefully he's not. Hopefully he's actually game planning and not game planning his life with New Orleans. You know what I'm saying?
We had Dave Didinger on the show after that Super Bowl game, and he said he was a cameraman on that field before, and he said that field is garbage. And I don't know if you see like halftime, but they showed like all the cleats were just piled up with like the turf because he said the turf is like so thin that you can just like cut right through it, man, and it clumps up on the
cleat. The one 2 years ago?
Yeah.
You're right. I remember guys kept changing their cleats during the game.
They said that you could like actually move the turf out of the stadium or something weird. He said like it's like retractable or some weird crap, but he said the turf's like horrible.
So Luigi says if only the Chiefs played on the same field. Yeah, I agree, but whatever. Take the referees.
2022 Super Bowl. I'm at the Super Bowl, okay, and I'm watching. And right before halftime, if you remember, Mahomes was limping around his ankle, like he looked really bad. And I'm thinking myself, because I'm watching him on the sidelines. I'm like, there is no way this guy's gonna be able to play. And if he does play, he's gonna be terrible.
Dude, if he ain't dead, he'll be out there.
Down in the second half. Looks good as like he never got hurt before. He's
a trickster. Don't believe his tricks, man.
I think they shot him up. I think they shot him up with something.
Yeah, and they got that weird spray too.
I was like, who's that guy? He looked healthier than ever. And I was like, meanwhile,
he's all spry.
Did you see all that?
He's like a boxer leaning on the ropes. Yeah, bring it in, and then he just like takes off with his good leg.
Cut me, Mick. Cut me.
Yep. I mean, to me, he got taped up real good. I think they gave him a little something to get through it. But I mean, he was still hobbling. But if you tape up an ankle good enough, it isn't going to wobble in either direction. I mean, if I'm the Eagles, I'd have went for him. But whatever. I'm old Buddy Ryan style. I'd have taken him out.
Buddy Ball.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm not that way of thinking.
Jim
Where'd that
Johnson.
come from?
I'm worried
Yeah,
about. I'm worried about Sirianni though. If you lose this Super Bowl, are you now being compared to like Marv Levy and?
Yup. Get rid of him.
Going down?
Are you kidding me? Stop it. Get rid of him.
And
Dude, he's the most winning coach we got, man.
Dude, as
Come
soon as he
on.
starts as soon as they start screwing up, he
One Eagles coach has gone to 2 Super Bowls.
Stop it. He's a little
Yeah, man. I mean, the numbers don't lie. I mean, you can't help if you're playing the Chiefs and the refs. You know what I mean? Like,
ain't playing the refs. Will you guys give it up already? Come on, man.
Hey,
The
listen,
refs do
they're
impact
actually
some things,
registered.
but you mean to tell me the Chiefs would be 0-17 if they didn't have the refs? Come on, man.
But listen,
Dude.
the NFL is actually registered as a trade association.
I know.
So
And
yeah,
when gambling, and I mean, when gambling came in, there's definitely a lot of questionable stuff.
look at that Super Bowl logo. It's red and yellow for New Orleans. That's kind of strange. Right, a little odd, right?
It is oddly cool.
Anybody else also notice? You ever watch the bottom line when you're watching ESPN? I'm watching the fucking East West Shrine Bowl practice games, and they're running the projected draft. And who did they have picking number 32? The fucking Chiefs, right? You know what I mean? Already saying, oh, well, they're picking 32 because they're going to finish first. It's like, what the fuck?
But ESPN has their own betting app, and they are the ones influencing everyone with their show. I mean, come on. How is that even legal?
Yep.
Yeah.
Good point.
I don't know. It ruined the integrity of the game when gambling came into play. It was already questionable enough, but I don't think.
Joe, I agree totally, and I've been shouting the same thing. It's a terrible thing for the game when they legalized it for all sports.
Pete Rose.
There was betting beforehand. You know what I mean? It's not
right. Let it be in the shadows in the background to where it's not actually totally affecting the game's major outcomes. But now it is.
Well, here's the thing: if they kept shit like legit, had independent, inspectors and all that kind of stuff,
right?
It would be fine. But the problem is, you got these companies that are the betting companies. They're owned by people with money, and the NFL. So there's some collusion going on.
That's a great point, dude. Yeah,
that's a good point, man.
It's no different than insider trading. You got a small group of people.
Exactly.
Very good.
You got the people that own those apps. You got the casinos, and it's a handful of people. We're not in that club, and it's insider trading.
I agree.
NBA got that whole big scandal. Was it 2004 or something when they busted the NBA?
McGonaghy and NBA.
There was the whole thing on Netflix. It was like Untold or something like that. It was amazing documentary.
The Netflix doc. And he even said, even back then, he's like, listen, there's other guys on the take. He's like, I'm not the only one.
Yeah, they took. There could have been a lot more opened up, and they took care of it, and nothing more came out.
Yeah,
and what's crazy is these NFL refs are fucking part-time employees, not even full-time. So you don't think that helps? People say, "Hey, listen, you do this call, maybe an extra $50,000 drops in your front yard on Monday morning."
If the league really, truly wanted to stop the officials, right? It should be something where if you blow a game because of a blatantly bad call, or you literally are watching a guy like in the Chiefs-Falcons game, okay? We all know that was pass interference. Every Chief person that's in this thing, if you tell me that wasn't pass interference, just get off. But I'm going to tell you right now, that was a blown call. That guy, if you say, hey, you're suspended for 2 weeks or 2 games or 3 games, whatever, without pay, that stuff stops.
Yeah.
Or you're out for the rest of the
maybe relegate the refs.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, there's got to be something for the referees. It's always just, we're sorry, we missed a call. Slap on the wrist. Have a nice day. Yep. And that is an insult to the fan base, for ones that are really passionate about the game. And put aside the joke about the Falcons game. I mean, that's a perfect example because it really was blatant.
Yeah.
The referee's literally watching the play. And that was a
There has to be accountability. There has to be a report card, some kind of a report card.
Yeah.
So the other half of us got our second beer or drink. What are you drinking there, Ricky?
I went with a Fidens.
Oh man, Fidens, very nice.
Yeah, Fidens Kaleidoscope, double IPA, 8.1%. Was hot with Nelson, Citra, and New Zealand Cascade.
Hell yeah,
dude! It's the fucking tits, dude. It's a fantastic beer.
So good, dude. That's an amazing beer.
So that stuff has 10%. You're on a roll.
Well,
What'd you go with, Greg? Did you pick up a new beverage there?
Yeah, just as down east. This is the one that's infused with the blueberry or blackberry. Excuse me. One of my
Let me ask,
favorites.
did you finish the Delta?
No. I took a little bit.
Do you do the whole can when you drink them, or do you do half a can?
I do half a can. If
Them
I'm
things fuck me up, dude.
yeah, you gotta watch it. They're snipers, man. You
Snipers.
fine, and then all of a sudden it's like bang. It takes
Yeah.
about a half an hour.
I
It's almost
know,
like
dude.
clockwork.
And it's like creeper weed, dude. You're sitting there, and then all of a sudden you're like sometimes I've been on the show, and I'm sitting there and I drank it, and like I'm all fucking loud and obnoxious for that first half an hour, and I'm all quiet, and I'm like, fuck, dude, I'm so high, I don't know what to say.
All right. Let me get my beer because we got a couple comments here I want to get into. Other half, green eggs. It's my first time having this one. I never had it, but a few of my friends said it's pretty good.
Yep.
Nice looking beer.
Pretty beer, dude.
Yeah.
Yep. Full body.
Oh,
Absolutely.
my buddy's
What's
going
that
up to
hot
Treehouse this weekend. I can't wait.
Nice guy.
I don't know, actually.
Yo, I'll tell you, I ran into Uncle Steve today.
No, dude.
Yeah, he came into the bar, dude. That's the coolest motherfucker out there, dude. He's like, yo, Rick, we're going to Treehouse. Do you want anything? I'm like, dude, number one, you're the man for offering, dude. Good looking out. Two, I was like, my buddy's already going up. So, yeah, I did already put an order in, but fucking good looking out, bro.
Yeah, me and him were hanging out for the last Eagles game, man, and I was tanked, man.
I could tell, dude. You sent me a picture. I'm like, this dude is fucking retarded.
We're yelling at the TV and everything, man. It was crazy. Daryl, did you get onto another beer? Or you still in the Trigonator?
Nope, I went to another one. This one's called the Brown Band. This one's called the Brown Bandit. It's got a little X-Lax in it. It's going to hurt later.
Oh, this guy's great, man.
Yeah, dude.
Daryl's always got the zingers.
Dude, nice to meet you, brother. This dude is cool people.
Goes down real easy and all the way through.
No stop.
Brown Bandit. I'm telling you, Brown Bandit. Really good.
We got a comment here. Shaquan as MVP. All the others are outcome to be real. All right.
I'll be real, yeah.
Yeah.
No doubt.
And no doubt Barkley. All right.
I hope so.
Yeah, you asked me earlier. I said MVP Barkley all the way.
I hope so.
Yeah, I had to
we
switch
talked about
Wi-Fi.
this. We talked about this last show. I feel like they should have like quarterbacks separate, like a Cy Young award or something like that, and like MVP with the players, receivers, running backs, because every year it's a quarterback, man, and it's not fair. I don't think it's fair.
I agree. When's the last time a non-quarterback won? I don't know. It's something I should look up.
Even defensive. Can you think of a defensive guy
that's
who won
such a great idea,
right.
dude. There should be a defensive MVP type of award.
Yeah. There should be one for each high level. MVP for quarterback, offense, defense, and then you got your players of the year, stuff like that.
Look at NHL. You got the Vezina. You award the goalie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Selke.
You got MVPs. Yep. You separate your specialties, and I think the NFL needs to do that.
That's a great point.
Challenge is its tradition, so that's always going to be the argument. And I'm sorry, but it's a new world, man.
You know what?
You got so much great talent now.
I agree.
Then you let everybody bet on it. Then they'll do it.
There you go. That might be a good idea.
Very true. Way to go on that one.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, can I do an Adam?
That'll end up getting fixed too.
Yeah, that's right.
No, can I do an Adam Schefter? Something hot off the press.
Hot off the press.
Sure.
Breaking news.
Embiid was traded.
I'm getting information that the Flyers have just traded Morgan Frost and Joel Farabee to the Flames for two wingers, Jacob Peltier and Andre Kuzmenko.
Wow. That is, that is big news because listen, that's two of our better young players.
Dude, Morgan Frost? Are you kidding me?
We'll shake up.
Crazy.
Torts is getting, I don't know, Torch is getting nervous. His job's on the line.
Dude.
Oh my God, dude, that's pretty good talent that we're giving up there, man. Like,
Yeah. I don't know much about the guys. Listen, I can promise you this: when we get off the phone here tonight, I'm going the fuck on and doing a lot of reading. I hope we got better than equal value in return.
I know he makes a lot of money, so at least we dumped his salary, you know. So
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the Flyers lost tonight, so I mean,
and they lost to an Islanders team that going into the game had less points than us. Listen, this team is on a fucking treadmill. Get Torch the fuck out there. They need a new voice in the room, as they say in the NHL. You need a new leadership. These guys aren't playing for them.
Yeah.
There's
some good coaches out there. Yeah.
I'm trying to find if it's true or not. You're saying Adam Schefter put this out there?
Green eggs, pretty damn good. Pretty
damn
good.
I'm Adam Schefter.
I think it's like 9% or something.
9%.
That was brown eggs.
It's not in the NHL.
Oh, good shit, man. That's funny.
Daryl's always got the zingers, man. Always has.
Which back to the NFL.
Let me get some promos out of the way here because on the 50-minute, just let me bear with me for a little bit. We have Dubby, organic energy drink, promo code, big game. Hit that QR code.
It really is.
Energy drink. And then we have Puff Sip Chat. If you're into cigars, it's a cigar subscription monthly. Hit that QR code, big game. There we go. There's our promo codes.
That's great stuff.
Oh, and I was told I have to hit the like and subscribe button more thing. So
please, guys, it helps our algorithm out. Please hit like, subscribe, and share. Share it with your family and friends. It's a very wholesome show.
Oh, now we're back on track, guys. We're back on track.
There we go.
Oh, real quick, while we're doing shout outs, shout out to my buddy Rich and his partner Ling, Schwartz and Associates Accounting. If you're a small business, I mean, they are the best around, and there's nobody better. So please, Schwartz and Associates, check them out for your own good.
We're still getting some comments of Barkley being MVP, and I totally agree with you 100%. Thank you guys out there that are watching. Comment, like, subscribe. Let us know what you guys are drinking out there and all too.
Yeah, or if you're smoking or eating edibles or brownies or anything,
whatever, man.
Brown
eggs, green eggs, whatever.
How many Eagles fans and Chiefs fans are in the chat? Negative. None. I wonder.
I seen that Delta, Greg. I seen you posting up, kid.
Oh, goodness.
I'm not sponsored.
Dude, you might as well finish it. Well, listen, maybe you can, if you send a shout out to Delta, maybe they'll send you a fucking package in the mail. Seriously.
I enjoy this product and wholly endorse it.
Same here with Biden's. Biden's Brewing. If you're watching, please send me free beer. I need it.
Water containers. Greatest thing on earth. Amazing stuff. Fits beer, too.
Give me a 12-pack of Scott toilet paper. I'm ready to go.
This show's off the rails, man. Oh my God, dude.
Super Bowl show's going to be. Listen, it just keep getting better,
dude. Man. Dude, who thought we'd be NFC Championship and going into the Super Bowl this year, man?
I did pretty good about it. I didn't think it would be this good. I mean, this is the best team we've ever fielded, hands down.
Yeah, you know what's really going to bake your noodle is when we're sitting here in October and the Phillies are getting ready to win a World Series. And you're going to be the first time in Philly sports we won 2 championships in the same calendar year. I know it's getting ahead of it, but I'm telling you, remember this show. I'm marking it down.
Careful now, man. We know there's
a certain team that needs to win,
says that every year, so be careful.
I can't keep up with all the Phillies offseason moves they made.
Yeah, I know. But let me ask you, though, they didn't really need to make a lot of moves. This is a team over the last 3 years is a top 4 winning percentage of all of Major League Baseball. They're not far away. They just happen to run into a buzzsaw Mets team. And
the Mets colossal Dodgers. But I agree. This team is and they're young. Just leave it alone.
Well, the Phillies ain't far away. I mean, listen, you still have a top five, not only top five rotation, but top five overall pitching staff in all of baseball. And you still have Bryce Harper and Kyle Schwarber and Nick Castellanos and JT Realmuto and fucking Trey Turner and you know what I mean? And listen, this team's going to contend.
These guys been to the playoffs, man. They've been to the playoffs.
So they're battle tested. That's another mark.
They just need to get past that, man. I just feel like they just die off, man, when they need to. What do you got to say, man? I know you're leading in there.
Matty right side is trying to say something. He doesn't have headphones, so it cuts out all the time. What were you saying, Matt?
Sorry. I was going to say they strike out 16 times a game.
Yeah, that too.
They need to shake up that lineup. Yeah. They strike out way too much.
It's a bizarre lineup.
It's weird, man. The playoffs, there's like no hits at the end, man. I just don't get it. Like nobody's hitting the ball at all.
I don't understand it either. It's weird.
And the beginning of the season they get hot. They're one of the hottest teams in the league. And then what happens in the playoffs? And can we just reverse that?
The Mets picked up Soto. We're done.
Yeah, but no, the Mets will do though what the Mets always do. What their MO is, they'll overpay for everybody they got, and they'll shit the bed. That's their MO, and that's what they do.
The Mets are the Buffalo Bills of MLB. They throw in there, they come to the playoffs and they can't get past it.
Most years they don't even get there.
No, that's right. They don't. And they have a war chest of money and players.
Even the Yankees have, but they haven't done anything recently. I mean, I don't want to say anything, but the Yankees have just not had. I mean, the last decade was the first time, about 100 years, they weren't in the playoff or in the World Series or something. They didn't win one.
Well, this year they were in the World Series. They didn't win though.
They didn't win one. Last, like the 10s to the 19. They called that decade was
it's a good point.
Yankees history, which is unthinkable, but they've been pretty quiet, except for like you said, but.
Well, talking about choke artists is how about those Redskins? I mean, the Commanders.
Redskins, come on, say it.
Dude. Like, how about that, dude? God, we smoked them. I couldn't believe that, man.
Did you really think they had a chance? They were crazy if they think they had a chance. I mean,
the young quarterback's good. He's good, but there's no way they were beating all this.
They got a few.
I like Daniels. I like watching him. He's a lot of fun to watch. I'm a little scared
of that team.
Going into that team's going to be around. They're going to be the new Cowboys in our division.
It's nice to have them.
We'll see about the playoffs. That remains to be seen.
The Cowboys, man, they ain't going to be doing nothing, man. That new coach hire they got.
God bless Jerry Jones. God bless Jerry Jones.
Live another 100 years, Jerry Jones. Live another 100.
The only motherfucker I want to have classified as an immortal.
There you go.
How about the video clips of Eagle fans and Commander fans in the parking lot saying Dallas sucks?
I know. The only time we'll ever see eye to eye.
Yeah.
It's so good.
And you can do that with Giants fans. The same thing, man.
Yeah.
Well, how about the Eagles fans tell Jerry Jones that they love him? We love you, Jerry. We love you. It was so great, man.
That was absolutely awesome.
And he's such a fucking dickbag. He deserves all that shit. Behind the closed doors, that's an evil motherfucker, dude. He's the Mr. Burns from The Simpsons of the real world.
Yep. What gives you the right? What gives you the right to claim you're America's team? What?
Right, exactly. Right, and they're not. The Eagles are America's team. We were the birthplace of the country.
You know where the America's team came from, right? It came because they paid to be on TV back then. Because in the 70s or something, you didn't get on
50s.
TV much. So they
paid.
Actually something like that. Yeah, and they paid to get on. So America got to see them all the time.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you're America's team.
They're not. They're America's toilet.
Oh, damn.
Right there.
Listen, if they were a rock and roll band, they'd be Kiss. And I'm sorry, but they really seriously.
I gotta agree, man. Kiss is trash.
They were a fake made up thing. They had their moment in the sun, and that's it. That's all you get. They're fraudulent.
Yeah, shit. They are, because you can see the difference when you look at Howie Roseman, what he's built, what he's done with draft picks. And Jerry Jones doesn't have that magic ingredient. He doesn't care.
That's
true. He doesn't care.
It's just the team wants to market. Cash.
Right. We have an owner, and we have people in the organization that truly care about building a championship
football.
Not a team.
Good point.
For years. They're looking
Good
down
point.
the road.
That's the
Did you
number one
guys
goal
hear
here.
that? The owner, Eagles, he's
Going by the
part owner of
Celtics.
Yep.
Celtics.
Who is?
Oh my god, dude!
Yeah.
The fucking Celtics.
Wait,
It's
Laurie?
like,
Yeah.
Laurie's
He's trying to
part
buy the
owner of
Celtics.
Stock. Didn't he sell like $1 billion in stock or something?
He sold $660 million worth of stock, 8% to buy the major stock as Celtics primary owner. He's trying. It hasn't gone through yet.
Yeah.
it hasn't gone through. Okay.
You know what happened? He bought in on all this green paint, so he needs another green team. He cornered the market on green.
That's fucking great.
Or he's trying to.
Shit, I wish he would have pulled a Snyder and bought both the Flyer. I mean, Eagles and
maybe
Sixers.
This is weird that this is happening right now because I don't know another time in history. Maybe it has. I hadn't noticed where a guy is owning teams in several different cities. Like it's weird. Josh Harris owns the fucking Sixers and the Flyers division rival Devils, and then the Eagles division rival Redskins. Like, am I the only one weirded out by that?
No,
and now
really
Laurie want to buy the fucking Celtics. It's breaking me up, man. How do I root for you if you
where's your
another
ties
team?
at? Yeah, it's strange, man.
Yep.
I mean, if you think about it, if you're a real Sixers fan, you'd hate to see him own the Celtics.
Yeah. Well, as an Eagles fan, him owning the Celtics to me in basketball are the fucking Cowboys. Or no, probably not the Cowboys. Maybe like the fucking Giants.
They're the Patriots. No, they're the Patriots.
Yeah.
I got to laugh because I respect that organization. That organization wants to win. Okay.
Yeah.
But different than the Cowboys, though. Those guys go out and play, and they love their city. There's differences.
That's a good point. Boston got it, dude.
They don't call themselves America's team. They are the Celtics. And I'm going to tell you something. I hope he gets that team. I really do.
I don't. Because I can't root for the Celtics, and I like Jeffrey Lurie.
What are you going to
order the market on green paint? That's a good one.
Well, but that's my thing though. Like, how am I going to be a big fan of Jeffrey Lurie and celebrate him at a parade, and then maybe like last year, and 2 out of the last 3 years, the Celtics are beating the Sixers in the playoffs. It's like, damn, it's hard to be a fan. Like Josh Harris, I'd love for the 76ers to win, but it's like, dude, you're still the owner of the fucking Devils and the Redskins.
Like this at the same time. Yeah, fuck you. Yeah, thank you. Eagles. That is
a good
best
point.
of both worlds, dude.
That is a good point.
Well,
you want an owner that has allegiance to your city.
I do. I don't know if this ever. I don't know if there's a new trend or this used to happen in the 50s and 60s, but I don't know. It's weird.
Well, this is the most people we had on the show tonight. NFC Championship celebration show. Thank you, Daryl. Thank you, Matt. Couple on
I gotta
Greg.
go to the bathroom. Good night, guys.
I'm just want to send a quick shout out. Hey, Super Bowl 59. Carson Wentz will lose to the second guy in his career that has backed him up in the Super Bowl.
Oof.
Nice. Yep.
He doesn't come in the fourth quarter and beat us.
Go Birds.
Dude, he won't. He broke up with us. He's good. He's about to get his fucking shit kicked in. Now, just kidding.
That's
the Eagles win. They don't hire.
If he loses, if they lose, it'd be great.
The Eagles win. They better not hire Justin Tucker's masseuse, though. Hopefully not.
If we lose the Super Bowl next year, Philadelphia can set the record. No, we won't lose, but if we did next year, Philadelphia could set the record for all of their coaches being fired.
Never. On a positive note, none of that will happen. Hopefully, just Tortorella. But the Eagles are winning Super Bowl 59. I'm going out on that note.
Hit the like, subscribe, tell your friends about the show. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.
See you.